Brother Ron, and welcome to We All Be News Radio and TV, the news-free Dixie for the 21st century.
All right, Sister Taylor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well.
All right, excellent. Okay, well, I want you to introduce yourself to our audience. 'Cause I like people that like to be themselves on here, and we'll go from there. Who are you?
Oh, awesome. Well, my name is Dina Taylor. Also known as Miss Fitness Diva. A native Memphian. I've also lived in Houston, Texas. I'm a mother. I can say that I'm an activist. Also, some may call me a spiritual leader or healer, a fitness coach, an instructor, a teacher. So I carry multiple hats just depending upon what's going on. But my overall focus and goal is to just help people in life live their best life with good health, good mental health, um, and a good spiritual foundation of whatever that looks like for you.
It's like you are very much indeed an essential worker. Like you're very vital right now. What's going on in the world in 2020?
Yeah.
So what has been like for you to adjust to this reality that we call 2020 in terms of work you're doing?
Um, it I would say the adjustment started for me about 3 years ago in 2017, where I left my location. I had a fitness studio, and I kind of like let that go, and I let my clients know that I'll be doing everything online and we'll
Hmm.
be doing virtual training. So I moved, my clientele to more of a virtual online experience in 2017. So, of course, unknowingly, I didn't know, of course, COVID-19 would hit, but it worked out perfectly because my clients are already used to a virtual experience of getting all the help that they needed from an online platform. Um, that's been a little bit different for me in terms of how I care for myself because I love going to the gym and working out, and especially being around people, even if it's just for like a group class or something like that. So it definitely has changed the dynamics of that, where we have to get the group experience as a virtual type of program. But other than that, the adjustment has definitely been able to, I've been able to go with the ebbs and flows of COVID 19, the 2020 highs and lows. And it's definitely been a growing experience for me being able to adjust. So I feel like I'm growing more. Every time we have to go through things that may not be so comfortable, it's always a growing experience.
So it's like you talking about you a spiritual leader and a healer. Like you had some type of intuition to start shifting your classes online. I mean, it was a premonition or
One
something
may
or
say
epiphany?
that. One could possibly say that. Like, I have no clue. I don't think I knew was like, oh, I really would like to be able to be online more. I felt like everything was going virtual, everything was going online. And being that I felt like, a lot of people, even a lot of people that I was watching online that, in the same field as I am, they were, doing a lot of online clientele. So I was like, that would give me more time to be with my family. I could do a lot of things online. So I just flowed with it. And now it's almost everybody is, hosting an online show or a class or a program or a course, everything pretty much at this point, due to social distancing, is online.
And also, like I look at your background, it's like you've been prepared for this moment. Like being, you call yourself the fitness diva, correct?
Yes.
But you always been about fitness. You always been a fitness diva, it seems from birth. Can you explain a little bit about your family background and how it plays into your career as we speak
Oh
now?
yeah, definitely. Miss Fitness Diva. So you could say Miss Fitness Diva was birthed when she first
Mhm.
came here into this world. I remember as a little girl, my mom would tell me, "Don't put your fingers in your mouth. It's germs," and I was like, "Ooh, germs! What's that? What does it do to the body?" And so I always wanted to know what everything did for my body for me to be healthy. I always wanted to know that. And so my mother started me on an exercise program when I was about 4 or 5 years old. She watched what I ate. We started doing like in-house exercises when I was 8 years old. My father's, more holistic, where he was really into the herbs, told me about golden seal, echinacea, at a young age. Doing a lot of steamed vegetables, no pork in the house. I've never had pork in my life.
Wow.
So that was one of the things that, wasn't allowed. So it's always been like a healthier than I can say we weren't all the way, we did have fried fish and fried chicken. Um, but it was healthier than, especially growing up in the 80s and the 90s in the South. It was healthier than most families here in the South. So my parents made sure I was very aware and conscious of my body, what I needed to eat, and then how to take care of myself, how to exercise, how to eat healthy, how to do holistic practices in order to be a, healthier individual as time goes on and we get older.
I don't know, great foundation. It seems like wow. I mean, you in Memphis, barbecue capital of the world, and you haven't touched
Yes.
one bit of pork, huh?
Nope. No porky pig. I have never had porky pig before. So the pork chops, the pork
Wow,
ribs, all of that. Like when we went to eat at family functions, like holidays and things like that. My daddy would already let his sisters, brothers know. My grandparents know. My family, we have chicken or we'll have beef, but no pork. Don't even have our food next to the pork. So it
wow,
was always, that was just how I grew up. And so it was different from me going around people who eat like that because I never ate like that. And
wow.
so that was, a kind of I moved to Texas and people like, you don't eat that, you don't. I'm like, you from
Yeah.
Texas. And I'm like, no, I don't eat like that. So it was always different, but yet it helped me to enlighten other people.
But you have eaten beef before, right? Think about Texas, they
Oh
use
yeah,
beef
yeah, yeah, yeah,
barbecue and
yeah. Oh
okay,
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
All right. But
yeah,
not
yeah.
never pork, no
Just
pork
not
rinds,
pork.
nothing.
I've never had pork, but I've had deer, I've had chicken, I've had beef. Up until I went plant based about 5.5 years ago.
And what drove you to go plant based? It's like
It was
you
the
ahead of all the
evolution of
curves, right? The
self.
trends, you ahead of them. Going virtual, going plant based. I guess you got a strong intuition about things. You like a
Well, I would
trendsetter or something.
say it was, when you're going through evolution of self and you want to be a better person, I would say. So
Hmm.
I would say end of 2014, beginning of 2015, I just wanted to be a better person. So I thought about it and I was like, what does that look like for me? How can I be a better person? One of those things was, stepping outside of things that may frighten me or make me uncomfortable. And one of those things was learning how to swim. I didn't know how to swim, so I learned how to swim. Another thing was not drinking any alcohol. So I let go of alcohol. I was like, I'm not drinking any alcohol for a month. So every month I would have a different thing. The next thing was no meat. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go without meat. And it started out was like a theme of, just doing it for 30 days. And in my mind, I was just like, I just want to do it. I don't want to make it just a month thing. I want to make it a lifestyle. I want to be a better person. And in my mind, I was just like, how can I be a better person? That's the only thing I was thinking about. How can I be better? How can I be better than my ancestors? How can I carry the torch and be a better person? What does that look like? And that was one of the things that it looked like. Why am I eating this when I don't even really like it? I first wanted to, go without me when I was in fifth grade, and my parents didn't know what to feed me. So it came back around again. Was like, I've never been a meat eater, so it was like it's not even really difficult. It's just not what you're used to, and it's not something here where I live that was set up for people who were wanted to be vegan. You couldn't just at that time in 2014, you couldn't just go in a lot of restaurants and get a lot of vegan food or plant based here in Memphis. So it's
Hmm.
something I had to be conscious about how I was going to nourish my body. And it made me a better person, which made me a better instructor, a better personal trainer, a better influencer when it came to health and wellness, a better fitness guru. It made me better for other people. And it made me dig deeper within myself to be able to help others.
That's fast. Wow. How do you deal with? I know people talk about GMOs, like how they play around with our food. How do you navigate those waters being plant based? Because they spray all type of chemicals. You got Monster Inc., Monsanto, playing with the
Mm-hmm.
seeds. How do you navigate those type of waters when it comes to plant based?
It's very difficult being that we're here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
When I travel abroad, it's so much easier to not even have to think about that. So what I do here, normally every month, every other month, I'll just go through a flush, a cleanse, and a detox of my entire system,
Mm-hmm.
focusing on my five major organs. So my kidneys, my stomach, my spleen, and my heart, and just focusing on those major organs. And I'm cleansing out my kidneys. I'm cleansing out my liver. I'm cleansing out my stomach and my spleen. I'm doing those intentionally with various herbs and other routines that I do, even the way that I move and exercise. So I don't think it, and I'm the type of person where I believe in chemtrails and other things that are going on, that we
Mm-hmm.
can totally eliminate genetically modified organisms from getting into our system, whether it's through touch, whether it's through, lotions or different things we put on our bodies, or even just breathing the chemicals in the air. But what we do have control over is how we flush and cleanse our systems out. So our bodies are created to take on amount of, I would say, toxins or, trauma, things like that. It can take that on, it can cleanse it out, but once it's piled on, it makes it even harder. So that's why I think it's very important to do cleanses, to do flushes, to do detoxes, to make sure that you're fueling yourself with those type of herbs that can help boost the lymphatic system, the respiratory system, your immune system. So you have, a better machine. You have a better built machine to deal with GMOs and toxins and everything else.
Now,
If you come in contact with it.
do you have a program for that? Like you created yourself, or anything you would recommend in terms of a program or
Yeah.
methodology?
Well, I can go into the 21 Days to Habit ebook. And so with that 21 Days to Habit ebook, and it's a paper format as well, it has, and it's two, I have another one too, and I don't think anybody knows about that. So the first book guide that I created with it was the 90 Days to Finally Fit. The
Mm-hmm.
90 Days to Finally Fit kind of walk you through different things you need for a fitness program.
Okay.
Now, the 21, and that's still available. The 21 Days to Habit ebook is condensed, shorter period of time, but it encompasses and talks about how to nourish the total person. So it has affirmations in there. It has a food list in there. It talks about creating your own goals and how to grow with those goals. So it's not just talking about the exercise portion, which that fitness program is in there, which is set up as a challenge, but it also talks about, how you need to have that positive self-talk,
Mm-hmm.
how you need to make sure that you're eating healthy, if it's plant-based or even if it's just, meat type of meals, how to
Like
prepare
pork
what to
meals.
eat. Not pork meals. Not pork meals.
Uh-huh.
But how you can create that. So the 21 Days to Habit takes some of the things that I do, and it gives it to a person who just may be starting out. If it's somebody who, they're like, hey, the doctor told me I need to, eat right. What does that look like? I've never done this before. I've been, eating this porky pig and, deer and rabbit and all of this stuff
Mm-hmm.
all my life. And what do I do to start? And I don't know how to talk positive to myself because I say I'm stupid, or this is gonna kill me, or I'm clumsy, or I never get things right. So when people talk like that to themselves and they have this type of lifestyle, the 21 Days to Habit is the book to help them start to overcome that negative self-talk and that negative movements into something that's so much more, higher vibrational, should I say, or better for them as a total person.
So how can we get this 21-day ebook? What's the
The
instructions,
21
Coach?
day ebook, you can go to my website, missfitnessdiva.com. It's very easy. You can cash out Dr. Dina T with the cash sign, Dr. Dina T. It's $21. You can put your email in there and I shoot you a book. But if you want to actually have a printed copy, which I'm so thankful, I had a retired Navy vet. He bought 10 books on Sunday. And
Wow.
he's going to give it out to other Navy vets and have me come talk to them about some holistic things they can do. Um, but you can order it and you can email me at missfitnessdiva@yahoo.com if you want me to mail you a copy. You can get in touch with me on, email or the website, missfitnessdiva.com.
Okay, Miss Fitness Diva, I want to be very respectful of your time because you've been very generous of giving us, your time and your wisdom and insight. And I'm definitely going to connect people to you. And we want to have
Yes.
you back on the platform if you want to come back on. I really.
I would love to come back home. I would
Okay,
love to
excellent.
come back home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we would love to have you back on. 'Cause I think this is very much needed. People talk about revolution, but what you eating and putting on your plate and putting in your body is a revolutionary or counter revolutionary act as well as we're learning with this COVID
Yes.
19 crisis.
Yeah, that's the first fight. The first fight is self, taking
Mm,
care of self. Because whatever you do and take care of in here is going to radiate out. So how you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself, what you're putting inside is also going to radiate in what you receive outward. So if you're putting in junk and eating junk and a lot of hate and all that, that's what you're bringing to yourself. So I'm a big believer of the law of attraction, and it always starts with what we're putting into our bodies and how we are fueling ourselves.
yeah, you definitely you are the best example of what you talk about. I mean, I'm looking at your skin glowing and you're
Thank you.
very alert and you're a very attractive person. I'm sorry. Okay, you're a very attractive
Thank you.
person. And like you doing this stuff. So you're not just telling folks to do this, you actually applying, you practicing what you're preaching.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. And that's the only way I know to be. Like I can't tell somebody to do something and I'm not doing the life. I'm not living a life. That's such a fraud.
Oh yeah,
And
well you
that's not
definitely
in me to be like
yeah.
that. So, people want to hear from people who live the life that can encourage them, not somebody that's not doing it, but telling them to do it. It's kind of like, well, you're not really doing it. It's not working for you. So where's the living
Right.
proof? So people want to see living proof. They want to, feel it and know it and see someone that exemplifies it. So, yeah.
Well definitely you definitely walking the walk and talking the talk and doing the karate or kung fu, the white crane style. Yes. You a bad mama jamma, but you are a Miss Fitness guru.
Yeah.
Diva, excuse me, Miss Fitness Diva. I want you
Miss
to kick my
Fitness
tail.
Diva.
Yeah,
Miss
and we
Fitness
definitely share
Diva.
all your information with our people. We look forward to having you back on the platform. In the words of Duke Ellington, we love you madly. You keep on producing and pushing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And you are very much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a
Yeah.
good evening, Mom.
You too. I look forward to talking to you again. Definitely.
Sooner than later. Sooner than later.
Yeah, it's gonna be sooner. Cause I want to get you back on because we got so much to explore. And like I said, you doing your God work. You doing this is your ministry. And
Yes.
you are a true believer in what you're doing. And I just want to be encouraged by people like you and get that energy out there. And people got to step out in faith in what they want to do.
That's
I
true.
mean, it's the time now. It ain't gonna, it's now or never, like you said, sooner than later.
This is the time right now. This is the time. So if they didn't do it 2017 like I started, then
Uh
right
huh.
now the gates are open. Like they say, the
Oh yeah, but
portals are
you a
open.
pioneer though. You are a spiritual person. Like you in tune with your spiritual self for you to already predict the trends. People might look at you crazy back then, but then
Yes.
the world is now catching up to you. That's what it sounds like.
Hmm. Yeah. They did look at me crazy. They was like, online. I was like, yes, we're gonna do it online. Just believe me.
And now you adjusted. That's beautiful. That's excellent. So I want to thank you, Miss Dina, Miss Fitness Diva, and I look
Yes.
forward to have you back on.
Thank you so much, Ron. I look forward to coming back.
Excellent. You have a
All
great
right.
workout. All right.
I will. Peace.
Hey, everybody, this is Brother Ron. I am asking you all to do me a big favor. Think about supporting the We All Be movement. Your donation is tax deductible. The We All Be Group Incorporated is a recognized 501c3. And I'm just asking you all because I want to keep on bringing y'all quality work through the way that I know how to do best. And I'm going to sing my praises and toot my horn. A lot of y'all were not hip to Dick Gregory until Brother Ron brought him on the We All Be platform, until that jingle review we did. Y'all seen another side of Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown's message has been amplified. But it was We All Be that brought Judge Joe Brown to y'all back in 2014. And so many others. And we covered so many things. So help us out so we can help you all. Peace.